Welcome to Learn Music series with Shideson the Music TV. Today we are going to be talking on a topic, how to compose a new song. How to compose a new music. But before I go further, don't forget to click on the subscription button and also click on the notification pin so that you will always be updated when we upload new videos that will inspire you in music ministry. Coming back to our topic, how to compose a new song, how to make new music. Some people will say, I was sleeping and then the song dropped in me. Some will say, I received this song through dream. Some will say, I was operated upon and in the course of the surgery, I just woke with this song. Some will say, I was just moving on the street and something flashed in my heart and I then come out with this song. People come up with different way and manner they thought they have a particular or new song. But this lesson will help you to understand the basic principles that guide composing a new song. Whether you are a beginner or you are an old musician, someone who has been coming out with songs, this lesson will help you to put your music in a very universal, standard and acceptable manner that many people will get your music pleasant to their hearing. Whenever you are to compose or come up with a new music, there are three basic principles we look at in the course of this lecture. Principle number one is the content. The content. You may call it the inspiration. Now, what inspired you? What is the content that trigger you coming out with a new song? Your content may be spiritual. The content may be inspirational. It may be circular in nature. Example, if it's spiritual, you're reading a holy book, a religious book, maybe like Bible, Quran, or any book. The inspiration out of a particular scripture may inspire you to think that, wow, I need to come out with a very good song from this particular place. It may be from the circular point of view, maybe your profession as a lawyer, as a doctor, as a building engineer, an architect, economics, any scientist. You just come across a blowing material in your field of studies or a field of endeavor, and then from that material something flash in you that, a song needs to come from this perspective. And again, a content can be originated from day-to-day activities. As you move on with your daily activities, maybe in your farm, maybe in a working place, maybe coming across situations that emanate a story. From that storyline, you now come out with an inspiration, you now come out with a content. But the important thing we need to know under the content, the first principle is any content you have or inspiration you have that you think you want to use it to come out with a new song, the first thing you do is to document that. Document the content. Write down, pencil out the content. If it's a storyline, write down the story. If it is something that has to do with just a situation, write out the detail of the situation. If it is a scripture from Bible, Quran, or any aspect, any religion you belong to and you are composing something for that, write out that scripture very clearly and then attach the detail of how the inspiration come about, so that it guides the composition of the music. Now, the second principle is the principle of technicalities. That is a technical perspective of how to compose a new song. Now, under this technical aspect, first thing you consider is what pattern. Because music or song are made of different patterns. Is it Makossa you want to compose the song in? Is it high life? Is it reggae? Is it hip hop? Is it country music? What particular pattern you want to use? Yes, you have the content. Yes, you have the inspiration. Now, in applying the content and the inspiration under technicalities, you have to consider what pattern of music I want to apply this content in. It may be makosa, it may be reggae, as I earlier stated. Now, after getting the pattern you want the music, the new song to be, the next thing to consider is the voicing. And that is what is called the design of the song, the blueprint of the song. It is very, very important to learn scale in music so that when you come to voicing, you understand how to fix the scale. But in case you don't know the scale in music, you can still do it and professional can define the scale for you. What I mean by the scale is, in the voicing, that is the area you get the architectural structure of the voicing. Let me give you an example. Like if you are composing a song on a normal scale, the normal scale is just do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You are just do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. If you are composing your song on a normal scale, meaning you are going to navigate within these 7 scales, 6 or 7 scales to come out with the song. You may decide to say, okay, I'm using pentatonic solfa notation, which is just made of the origin, the 5 O scales. 5 O scales. You can decide to say, okay, no, I'm using diatonic solfa notation. Or you can decide to say, I'm using chromatic solfa notation, whereby you are expected to have the 12 scale. Do, di, re, mi, fa, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. All depend under the voicing. But in case you don't know the scaling, but you still have the inspiration, you have the content, what you do is you navigate within the voice that drop in your heart. And as you navigate, you make sure you either record the voice so that you keep remembering, or you do it over and over so that it will transfer to your long-time memory. Anytime you want to recall that voice, you'll be able to recall it. Example, you have something like pam 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 pam. As simple as do, fa, mi, re, re, do, mi, fa. So now, what we are trying to achieve there, you have gotten a sketch. You have gotten a sketch where you are going to fix the content. Pam, 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 pam. Pam, 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 pam. So, mi, fa, re, mi. Pam, 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 pam. That particular voicing, that design, that blueprint you have, even if you don't know the scaling, but you put it in place, you either record it or you keep doing it so that it will not escape your memory, and then transform the content you have into it. Then the last aspect of the second principle you consider is the musical instrument. What particular musical instrument you want to use? And you know that the choice of predominant musical instrument is also determined by the pattern of the music you selected in the technical aspect of your composition. Now, if you are composing the song in high life, you know high life use more of wind instrument, you use trumpet, use trombone, and so on and so forth. High life use more of lead guitar. Assuming you are composing a song in makosa, you know makosa will require a lot of lead guitar, a lot of bass guitar, maybe drum kicks, snare drum has to be very, very high, conga, and so on and so forth. Maybe you are composing the song in reggae, you know reggae will need a lot of root, wind instrument, trombone, a harmonia kind of wind instrument. All depend on the type of the pattern that you now consider the predominant, and it still go back to you as a composer, you that you are composing the new song. What type of instrument you like? What type of instrument give you joy? So in the song you are composing will also go in line with the kind of instrument you often use or you often have interest in, so that flash of insight will flow around the interest, and what you have interest most, your best come out of it better. Now, the last aspect of the 3 principles we have of composing a new song, better new song, is the audience principle. That is targeted audience principle. At the stage of composing song, you have to consider who are your audience. What are the common things with your audience? In that aspect, you consider what are the language that are universally acceptable among your audience. what are the manners, the traits, the common traits among your targeted audience. Example, are your audience predominantly farmers? Are they predominantly traders? Are they predominantly civil servants? Are they predominantly transporters? What class of people are you composing the new song for? Is it people at the low class? Is it people at the middle class? Is it people at the high class? Because understanding your targeted audience will help you to use appropriate language. There are some languages that may not be old, but they may not be applicable to certain audience. Assuming you are composing a song and your targeted audience are high class, people at the high class, you don't use certain languages that are predominantly not acceptable. Maybe your targeted audience are farmers. You have to use examples. Your language formation has to be a kind of language that are applicable to farmers and common among farmers. If your targeted audience are low class and you are composing a song, you have to consider languages and things that are common with low class. You cannot go and be composing song with some language that are common among the high class and then using it for the low class. So in summary, I want to still remind you to click on subscription button and then notification button so that you have all our subsequent videos as we upload to edify you in your music ministry. But before we go, don't forget, in composing a new song, you need to identify your content or what inspired you, the inspiration. You need to also get the technical aspect of the song. What type of musical instrument you want to use, the voicing structure, and then consider the pattern you want to use. And then finally, what are the targeted audience you are composing the song for them. With this, you are good to go. Happy composing more songs. But if you have a question, please, you can send it through this channel. I will respond to it. Send it as a text message. You can also as well send it to my email, shidegita@gmail.com. Or in case you want, you can also reach me live or send it through my WhatsApp number 07030330439. I take it again, 07030330439. As it's displaying on the screen. In case you have any question, you can email me, you can send through WhatsApp, you can call me direct, and your life will never remain the same. Thanks and keep watching.